Well, hello there, my beautiful thinking people. It's me coming back at you, Clyde Phillips Sr., and representing Advocation X. And of course, I said I would return once I had more information on the horrific situation that occurred the other day. And I'd like you to hit that like button and subscribe and share with your family and friends, become a member, whatever you can do to help move this channel forward, because we are attempting to do this organically. One subscriber at a time. Last we spoke about this incident, it was a pretty horrific circumstance where we discussed how horribly the Secret Service had performed when it came to protecting Donald Trump. Well, since more information is coming available now, it seems a little more like I was right. Before any information came out, I had this thing pegged right down to the bone. Now, I didn't make a direct accusation because I don't think that's the appropriate thing to do until more information comes out from everybody. But my impressions were definitely put in those prior videos, and those impressions were horrific. Listen, Donald Trump received a scratch. That's not why it's horrific. There was an attempt on his life. That's not why it was horrific, because we know that's happened many times in many countries. What was horrific is the way he was protected. And I can tell you this, I don't care who the client is, you get my utmost. You get my direct attention, 100%. Ready to take care of business. If I fail, I would probably die in the attempt. What I saw go on there, to me, with the vision that I have, with the knowledge that I have, with the experience I have in protecting human beings, whether it be individuals as a bodyguard, or whether it be groups and groups of people in events and nightclubs and all kinds of other types of scenarios, I could not believe for the life of me what I saw. I'm not a Secret Service veteran. I'm not a Marine. I don't have any of those major credentials that most of these people have, yet I knew how horrific they had performed. I knew that if any of those people in charge of what went down, if they were working for me, would all be fired. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm saying that I would die in my attempt to make sure that the client is properly protected, because that's what I am contracted to do. I wouldn't be ducking. I wouldn't be hiding. I wouldn't be waiting off on the side. I would be in there like a dirty shirt. Okay, so since our last chat, please relook at that video and watch as they are bringing him to the car. As they're bringing him to the car, surrounded by Secret Service, they're driving him to the car. Some of the Secret Service don't seem to be so readily available to take a bullet. Too much of his body is being exposed to a possible sniper who could be a long distance away, further than where that one guy was. As it turns out, there could have been somebody not super far away, but I think it was 500 yards away or something like that, by the water tower. Some people witnessed shots coming from there. This is not only a horrible debacle. How can I put this to you without you guys getting turned off and worried about, oh, I don't want to hear this because I'm going to feel like I'm a whatever. This was planned. It was orchestrated. It was planned. I am 98% convinced of that. You know what? Actually, I'm 110% convinced of that. I'm trying to say 98 for your benefit, so that you can leave that little room of doubt. There's no doubt in my mind. This was orchestrated. It was purposeful. This guy had been observed over and over again by the officials, authority officials, whether it be cops, FBI, Secret Service. They observed this guy over and over again in an area that would have raised the hackles on the back of my neck. And then if I see this guy come, case it out, leave, come back, use a range finder. Okay, let's say, oh, I thought it was binoculars, and I thought he was just, you know, he wasn't able to get in to attend, so he just wanted to watch from afar. First of all, he wasn't that far. Second of all, I don't care. It raised the hackles on the back of my neck. I'm sending a group immediately to investigate. Immediately. Not in a minute, not in 2 minutes, not in 5 minutes. Immediately. I'm on the radio, and those of you who know me, those of you who've worked for me, all security, eyes on this area, coordinates, whatever you're going to give them. If you have eyes on, react. Simple. Plain and simple. I'm not happy with what went down there. And listen, if you think for 1 second that I'm a MAGA supporter, whatever you want to call it. No, I'm not. But I'm not a MAGA hater. You might think for 1 second, oh, you hate Biden. I don't hate him. I dislike him as a person. I dislike his policies from the past. I dislike his imprisoning of all those people for the most minor, nasty I mean, listen. There's many things I don't like about Biden, many things I don't like about Trump, many things I don't like about Bush, many things I don't like about Obama, many things I don't like about every politician in the world. I thought there was a breath of fresh air in Bernie Sanders, and he was for 40 years. And then he knuckled under. I mean, I can understand. Bernie's old. He's got a wife. He's got family. They could have been threatened. Who knows? I don't know what made him knuckle under, but after 40 years, he folded. I don't lose respect for him as a human being because I believe he did everything in his power to hold strong and firm and not let anything deter him until he did. There are so few. Now, let me get away from politicians and talk about a leader, a real leader who has done fantastic work for the people that he is put in place to lead. That would be Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. Look him up. Take a look at what he's been doing since he's been in power. Oh, if all politicians could be just a little like him. So, folks, I said that only to let you know that I do not despise any of them to the point where I want anybody dead. Okay? I think no matter who you are, it should bother you if somebody almost died just because they're looking to obtain a position in life. That's not fair. Whistleblowers, they should not die because they feel righteous about bringing things to the attention of those who are supposed to care. Please understand, if you hate Donald Trump, that's an emotional decision. To see him dead, that goes a little deeper in your conscience. That goes a little deeper into who you really are. If you seriously wanted to see him dead, like some people were putting online. Oh, too bad he missed. Wow, you know, he would have been the most hated assassin in the world if he lived. Serious? Anyway, okay, that's not my business. That's yours. You have to deal with that baggage, not me. The information that's been falling is like I told you. Many, many, many of these authoritative individuals had seen behavior, took pictures, even video of what he was doing. If that's not enough to tell you you need to go and see what's going on, I don't know. How he carried a ladder from way over where apparently he parked all the way to this building without being seen, put it up against the building, and climbed up onto this roof without being seen or detected. Nobody inside heard the pitter-patter of tiny feet on the roof. Did you hear they said he purchased a 5-foot ladder? I'm sorry, that roof was a whole lot higher than 5 feet. So if he purchased a 5-foot ladder, how did he get up there? You can see the ladder in the videos and the pictures. It's a pretty big ladder. How did he carry that all the way there? How did he drive with his vehicle open because that ladder was sticking out of his vehicle by feet, multiple feet? Nobody noticed. And then I'm going to touch on again all the people who did notice that he was up on that roof and that he had a rifle. They noticed him getting up there with the rifle. They tried to point him out to police officers and others. No response. Don't tell me that it's a conspiracy theory to say that it was planned. Don't tell me that I'm out of line by opening my eyes and seeing the truth of what was going on that day. He's gone back out on the trail. I don't know how he's doing it, because if I was in charge of that detail now, if somebody had put me in charge to say, we don't want this to happen again, it would take probably another week or two before I could locate people that I could trust and develop a plan that would be foolproof to assure his security. I don't know why he's out there so early. This is not right, folks. And if you're one of the people who want him dead, you're wrong. You're wrong to feel that way. Regardless of whether you agree with him or not, whether you believe in him or not, whether you would vote for him or not, it doesn't matter. He's a human being. I've never liked him. I knew and did research on him back to the days when him and his father were racists and getting brought to court to defend against charges of racism and discrimination, and had to apologize and make promises that they didn't keep and went back to court again. I am no fan, but he's a human being, and he should not be subject to worrying about a bullet with his name on it. Okay? So any of you folks out there who think it's okay to do that, if that's your job, if you're a hired assassin, then I understand. I'm not talking to you. If you're a human being and you have emotions like the rest of us, and you get angry and you get happy and you get sad and you go through all the same emotional, occurrences that go on with everyone, you should never have that thought in your mind. Never. Never. Do you know how many people hate Biden? Talk about him with venom in their voice? They didn't go try to kill him. So I don't think it's right. Assassination attempts are horrible. And to say that he would fake it himself, somebody showed a picture, so that would have probably come from a video, of the bullet heading towards his head. The bullet that grazed his ear. If that picture is proven authentic, that dispels your conspiracy theory. I'm not going to have anybody, I don't care what it's going to give me in the end, shooting a sniper rifle towards my head for a close miss just to make it look like, oh, I'm such a hero. No. But I can tell you this, whether I like him or not, he was the GOAT. Pumping his fist after being almost killed, missed being killed by like this, and he's pumping his fist. He's pumping his fist like a boss. I'm sorry. That's what we call balls of steel. And if you don't have balls of steel and you're jealous because he does, that's your problem. Don't rejoice at him almost dying. That's not right. Anyways, there is more information than that, but some of those details are small. If other details come out, I will come back and augment what you've already heard. If you know anything that helps to enhance my knowledge on the subject, please get in touch. Okay? So folks, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all, stay as happy as humanly possible, and have a conscience. Have a conscience. Please have a conscience. Because you know what? I love you all, regardless. All right? Until next time.